Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. How are you? Walaikum assalam. Okay, now if you can look at the board behind me, thank you. We are doing creative writing, and this is a dialogue that we've got to write between a parrot and a rabbit. Now, first of all, tell me, when we're brainstorming, what can we ask the parrot and the rabbit? Very good. What do you eat? And they can tell us what they eat. What else? What about your babies? Do you give eggs or are your babies born? Very good. Next. Good. Where do you live? So these are 3 questions we are going to ask the rabbit and the parrot. So, exactly. So, when we ask about what do you eat, what do you think the parrot will say? Good. And she eats what? Guavas, very good. Chilies, yes. Lentils, well done. And small tiny sunflower seeds, jara, bajra, no, not jara, kani, bajra, okay, things like that. Good. So that's what the parrot eats. What does the rabbit eat? Good. Spinach, carrots, well done, and green leaves, yes, and an apple, well done. He eats very healthy, doesn't he? Good. Okay, now we want to know about their babies. So what do we say? Do you have eggs? Do you give birth? Or do you have eggs? So let's see. What do you think they will say? Good. Have you got little budgies? Australian तोते, और वो अंदर घोंसले में अंडे देते हैं. Very good. So they give eggs, and they usually hatch within 3 weeks, 21 days. Well done. Now, a rabbit, what does rabbit have? Does he give eggs? No. He gives, babies are born. Well done. So babies are born in about 3 months' time. Well done. Now, where do you think they live? Good. A parrot probably lives high up in a tree. Very good. In a nest. Where else? Perhaps in a cage. Where else? In the home or in the garden. Well done. Now, a rabbit, where would he live? He lives in a burrow. खोद के जो अंदर टनल होता है उसमें. And homes. Very good. Now, let's see about the drafting. Look at the board, please. Look at the board. Thank you. Now, let's see what sort of questions we can ask them. Number 1 would be, how are you? So what would we be saying to the rabbit and the parrot? Hello, how are you? And we can say, and what would they say? I'm fine, thank you. And how are you? Well done. Now, Why are you sitting here? What would we say to that? Why are you, who is this? It's a parrot. Well done. Why are you sitting there? So what will the parrot say? Very good. I'm sitting here. Very good. I'm sitting here looking at the flowers. Or, very good. I just had some food and I'm sitting here under the sun. Very good. Now, we want to know where they live. So what are we going to say to the parrot? Where do you live? Very good. And she will reply and say, good. I live in trees, in homes and gardens. Sometimes people put me in a cage and I'm sitting here on the fence of my house. And the people let me out of my cage. They wash my cage, put new bajra in there, new water, and clean the cage. And while the cage is being cleaned, I am allowed to sit here on the fence. That's good. That gives her a little bit of time to fly around to the tree and come back, because she's not going to go very far. She knows she has a loving family. Very good. Now, we also see a rabbit. So what do we say to him? Hello, rabbit. Where do you live? And what will he say? Very good. I live in a burrow. What is a burrow, we might say? And he will say, it's a tiny tunnel which I make on my own and I go into it. And in the burrow is where we all live. Very good. And they sometimes have their babies there. And they're very, very tiny, so they hide in the burrow. Very good. Now, we want to know more about their babies. So what do we say to the parrot? Do you have eggs or do you have little babies? So what do we say? Very good. Please tell us about your babies. And the parrot will say, I lay eggs and they hatch in 3 weeks, 21 days. Oh, and then we ask the rabbit, what about your babies? And he will say, I have babies and they are born in 3 months. They're very tiny, so they are hidden in the burrow. Good. Right, rabbit, what do you eat? I eat spinach, I eat apples, and I eat sunflower seeds. Carrots, sorry, not sunflower seeds. I eat apples, carrots, spinach, all those yummy, yummy, healthy things, like vegetables. Now, tell me please, parrot, what do you like to eat? Oh, I like guavas and sunflower seeds, chilies, lentils, grains, so many different things to eat. So, remember boys and girls, that is how we have drafted. Tomorrow, we're going to come and try and do a dialogue where the parrot says one thing and the rabbit says another. And they're talking to themselves. Okay? So until then, look at the video to help you understand how to write the dialogue tomorrow. Okay? Allah Hafiz.
Thank you.